This drill is going to focus on situational passing and shooting from all different angles of the field. To set this drill up, you're going to need your K-bands, speed ladder, as well as your agility cones to create some space where we're going to work on our foot speed and quickness throughout the whole sequence. To begin this drill, we're going to set up 3 cones, creating some space to work on our back pedal, turn, and sprint. As you reach the edge of the last cone, it's time to take our first shot on goal. Immediately back at it, we're going with lateral quickness. Get down through this speed and agility ladder, moving your arms. Remember, slow arms means slow legs, so really power through working on that lateral high knee. As you exit the ladder, we're going to work on our cross passes. Keep the ball on the ground and put it right through the middle of the field where an attacker will be for a shot on goal. Now we're moving on to the 3-line sequence where we really have to accelerate out and around each of them as we approach for our shot on goal. For the reps and sets, you're going to be completing 6 complete resisted sets. It'll be 3 from the right, 3 from the left, followed by 2 unresisted sets with just the same, the left and the right. A couple key tips that you need to really focus on to get the best results out of this drill is going to be in 3 different sections. The first is the drop step. As you accelerate backwards, we've got to be in a good position to turn our shoulder, drop, and sprint. So keep your center of gravity low and forward as you make the turn. If you're leaning back as you backpedal, you're only going to be slow on the turn. So keep your chest forward, drop the step, and really drive with your back arm to accelerate. The second key element is moving through the ladder with proper form. By moving laterally, we can work on our lateral quickness, developing our hips, but we can also work on our hip flexors by really focusing on driving our knees up. And finally, the last element is going to be the slides through the lines of cones. Be sure that you keep a great center of balance. If you're really jab stepping on the corners, it's only going to make you slower. So you've really got to focus to keep your center and make those legs stay nice and tight through each individual cone. When you go through your unresisted reps, this is going to be easy for you to let that foot leap. But if you stay tight, stay close, you're going to be able to accelerate all that much faster through that line of cones. The MRC 1 vs. 1, beating that last line of defense and working shots on goal. To set up the drill, we're going to need our agility cones mimicking that last line of defense. You're going to place this either at the 18 or even a little bit closer wherever most of the shots are that you take during the game. Next, strap your K-bands on and get ready to build a little bit of hip strength throughout this entire drill. The first move we're going to be using is the Matthews. This is going to be a great drill to work on the same side and get open for a shot, either on the left or the right. You're going to approach the cones, moving explosively towards the net. One small touch in, and then explode outwards at a 45-degree angle. This is going to create space in between you and the defender, and we're going to be open for that shot on goal. As we work for shots at this angle, it's important that we work at that back post. The goalie is going to work to protect that front side, so you want to work to get at that back post each individual shot, whether it's from the left or the right. Complete 1 to 2 resisted reps on each side and move directly into the Ronaldo. This again is a great move to create some space for you to get a shot off. One small touch behind your foot, accelerate again at that angle, really working on chest positioning and that opposite foot. Aim it directly where you want to place the ball. You can either shoot it low or shoot it high. Just continue to be consistent with your body positioning off each of the edges. The final move we're going to use is the Cruyff. Now the Cruyff is a great move to use as if you've been cut off by a defender. He covers over and dives in at you, and you can change direction with the Cruyff and get yourself open again for a nice shot on goal at that far post. With 1 to 2 resisted reps of each of the moves, you're going to be feeling it, okay? So now we're going to unclip, work on that free and easy feeling, and focus on foot speed. Move through each individual move, being as quick as possible, getting to the edge, working on body positioning, and always finishing. For this drill, we're going to be working in front of the net. Our speed ladder will be set off to the side of the box where we'll be working our foot speed. Agility cones will be set up in 2 locations to challenge our multi-directional movements. And finally, we'll have the K-bands to enhance our results, adding resistance to our hip flexors, working on our drive off the ground, as well as our lateral quickness. As you begin this drill, you've got some choices when working with the ladder. You can use the step over, the icky shuffle, the lateral high knee, or the high knee, the most important part is that we work with resisted reps. We're going to be going 3 resisted reps from each side of the field. So you choose which ladder drill you would like to use for this current training day. Focus on foot speed and focus on driving your legs. Don't be lazy with the resistance, keeping your knees low. You want to work through them, strengthening your hip flexors each individual rep, no matter which one you choose. As you exit the ladder, we're going to be moving into this transitional portion of this drill. Picture yourself taking a shot on goal, and now we're going to back out as the goalie has the ball, accelerating across the field for a turnover, moving directly into the in-out all the way down the cone line for your shot on goal. As you slide backwards through the cones, you can do one of 2 things. You can use the slow shuffle as if you would be faking out the goalie as if you're not interested in the ball, or we can work for speed and work for powerful drop steps and really sprinting out towards that back cone. The most important part, no matter which one you choose, is on that last drop step, you have to sprint. This is where the turnover portion would be, and this is why we need to explode to the ball. As you round that cone, moving down the cone line, the in-out is going to be very challenging. You've got resistance, you've got to be powerful, you've got to gain your ground, and you've got to move forward, staying under control. Remember, your chest is very important. If you're new to the in-out drill, you can't lean back or you're going to be off balance. Keep your chest over your toes and really push through all the way down the line, giving yourself that little touch right in front of the net to give some space, shooting across off to the back post. When you're finished working through your resisted reps, you're going to complete 2 unresisted reps. Legs are going to be feeling free and easy. Now it's time to focus on that next step, that being extra quick, focusing on each individual element of the drill. As you approach the ladder, we're going to use that same ladder sequence that we used with the resisted reps so we can truly feel the difference and see the difference in how our legs are moving. The other 2 key places that you're going to feel a major difference in the unresisted reps is the slide steps backwards as well as the in-out as you approach for the shot on goal. Be sure that you repeat this sequence for both the left and the right foot, developing both of our drop steps as well as that shot on goal with each of our feet. For the Kbands attacking footwork drill, we're going to need to set up some boundaries with our cones as well as strap on our Kbands to build a little bit of lateral quickness. Now that we're all ready to go, we're going to be working through 5 moves paired up in specific reps and sets to challenge ourselves with Kbands. The first sequence is going to be working with the Matthews, inside, outside, and Ronaldo. These moves are going to be great one-timer moves to get you open for a shot on goal. The Matthews is one of the best to continue to move forward with the same foot. You're going to give a small tap across your body as if you're moving it to the other side and changing the point of attack and bringing it right back out with the same foot to either have a one-timer at the net or to pass the ball to an open offensive player. Move through 2 resisted reps with the dominant left leg and then to 2 resisted reps with the dominant right leg. Keep your rhythm here and focus on foot speed. We're going to be moving into the 4 resisted reps with the in and outs. It's important with the in-outs to keep your center of gravity because you're going to be moving both to the left and to the right. Small touches are important. Keep your center, work small, and be very quick. This is going to be a great sequence that's going to get us ready for shots right in front of the net when you're moving through that last line of defense. Now on to the last of this big set here. We're moving on to the Ronaldo. This is a great high-speed move that's going to get you open for a shot on goal or even to move the ball quickly forward, changing direction slightly. You're going to approach the ball and be very quick with your back foot, driving the ball forward at a 45-degree angle to gain ground forward past the defender. Just like always, we're going to be working both the left and the right foot, perfecting our skills in both directions. With each of these resisted reps, you're going to be feeling the burn. Now it's time to unclip and really work on your foot speed and quickness, focusing on each individual rep. Be sure to stay focused, be quick, be explosive. Work through each move, working through full range of motion and exploding through those 2 to 3 step sequences. It's all about rhythm, it's all about quickness, and you've got to focus here with this lighter feeling legs. In between these sets now, we're going to take a little bit of a break before we get back into resisted reps. Give yourself about 1 to 2 minutes, stretch a little bit, get your body ready, get them clipped up, and get ready to move into this next superset. This superset's going to work hand in hand. It's going to be a bit of a buildup. We've got the step over as well as the scissor. The step over is going to be a great way to fake the defender in one direction and move in the other. Work both the left and the right foot and really work on exploding out here, because the only way that you can be open for a shot is gain ground forward at a 45-degree angle past that defender. That's going to give you the angle at the net. So be sure that you accelerate forward after each step over. Now on to the scissor. It takes fast feet and you're going to feel a lot of resistance through each individual rep here with the K-bands. So push yourself. You've only got 4 reps, so focus. Develop your hips on each individual round and be very, very, very quick, exploding again for that 2 to 3 steps. As you unclip for your final unresisted 2 reps, you're going to notice that your legs are feeling free. Stay under control. Don't let your legs flail out. Be under control and think quick, think small, and really be explosive through each one of these reps.